a yoga lawyer.
There's not much hierarchy in the yoga realm nowadays in Mexico.
Yoga doctors.
I hold on to my dharma's DVDs.
Yoga president, imagine that.
There was this one time that we started singing.
Well, thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I mean, look, if I knew.
¿Sabes? Yes. Rodillas si quieres. Inhala. Exhala. My name is Mariana Cisneros. I am from a little town called Tampico, Tamaulipas in the Gulf of Mexico. I was born there. I lived there till I was 19, and then I went to Monterrey, and that's where I started practicing. I lived in Monterrey for 11 years, and then I moved to Mexico City 6 years ago.
And how did you start practicing? How did you find yoga?
I found yoga in my hometown, in Tampico. I was around 17 years old. I practiced Ashtanga. I was there. I was in a yoga studio for a month, and I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. No.
But you practiced it for a whole month
I practiced it
to
for
really
a whole month
understand that you didn't like it.
And also because I had paid for a month.
Okay. So you had to get your
So
money's
I had to use it. I had to get my
worth.
money's worth.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it, and I didn't go back until 2 years later.
Yeah.
So I was watching TV with my legs open like in Upavishta Konasana.
Nice.
I was working on my computer in pigeon pose. I'd read.
Were you naturally flexible?
I'm naturally flexible. I used to do ballet. I used to do dance.
Okay, so that's your background?
Yeah, that's my background. And so for me, yoga was kind of easy in the flexibility
like step
realm.
extension. Yeah.
But when it came to strength, I couldn't do a proper chaturanga for I think 2 years.
No way.
After 2 years, I got the strength and I started to do it without my knees on the floor.
Okay.
And so this roommate told me that I should go to yoga because I was naturally doing it, and I went with another teacher and I loved it. 2008. So for almost 14 years ago. Yeah, because it was August 2008.
Yeah.
So I started practicing 14 years ago.
Okay.
And I did my first teacher training there. I was a mentor with her like for the whole time I was in Monterrey, almost like 9 years, because I didn't start when I got to Monterrey. And then I found Rocket and all that.
Okay. When did you find Rocket?
Well, Mayra was a student of Larry too, so she used to teach Rocket there, and a teacher that used to
in
teach
Monterrey.
in Monterrey used to teach in Monterrey as well. He used to teach Rocket, and I was introduced to Rocket early, like in my practice when I had been like 2 years practicing. I also was introduced to Dharma Yoga by Gerson. Gerson is one of the teachers that teaches here in Blanco the teacher trainings with Adriana. He was my first Dharma Yoga teacher, and he told me that if I wanted to practice more Dharma, that I should take a training with Dharma.
Yeah.
So I ended up taking a 500-hour training with Dharma back in 2014.
2014. Okay. So before and by then you've already done a teacher training.
I had already done a Mandala Vinyasa teacher training. I was already teaching.
Okay. Teaching. Okay.
I was
so that
teaching
was
Mandala.
6 years into your practice.
6 years into my practice, and I was already.
guys, so I just arrived in Mexico City. It was a nice and short flight, just over 2 hours, so no hassle at all, landed safely, and yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out what Mexico City has to offer. Just waiting for my Uber, and gonna go check out what's on. Okay guys, so we're here, Mexico City, checked in to my Airbnb, and just gonna go around, see, explore the neighborhood. I'm in an area called Nápoles, and as far as I can understand, this is quite a residential area, and a little bit more fun and entertaining areas are Colonia Condesa and Roma Norte, which is pretty much walking distance from here, but it's a fair walk, 25 minutes or so. So I'm gonna head there and see what fun I can find.
Hi, namaste. My name is Adriana Cabrera. I'm originally from Venezuela and I travel a lot. I lived in France, Argentina, and now in Mexico City. It's my home here.
Cool. So you're running the studio Blanco Yoga here?
Yes, Blanco Yoga was kind of a dream, and that came through in 2015. So we're going to have 7 years this year.
Nice.
Nice.
How long was it in the planning?
1 year planning.
1 year of planning?
1 year of planning. My background is from business administration, so I did the whole thing like the right, like what I thought it was the right way to do, the business plan and all that. And
Yeah.
I did a lot of planning.
Right. Okay. So you before becoming a yoga teacher, you had a corporate job. Is that right?
I had a corporate job for 10 years.
What did you do?
I ended up being a CMO in marketing. In college, I used to do contemporary dance, and in one of those classes, it turned out to be a yoga class. The teacher, instead of teaching us dance, he did a yoga class, and I was like, what is that? I want to go to your teacher. And I went to his teacher, and it was a lot of dancer there. And then I asked our teacher, who's your teacher? That was in 2000, around 2000, I guess. Yes. No, or 1998. 3, 4. Y izquierda. Retén. Manos al piso, frente a mí. Pie derecho atrás, rodilla al piso, mirada arriba. Tabla. Pie izquierdo atrás. Tabla. You know, in inglés, in Venezuela, like more, we had nothing of yoga, only this teacher in Caracas, and she pushed me, you have to teach, and she started like, she was teaching and I was doing the demos in her class.
Yeah.
And then she said, "Oh, you're ready to teach," and like the old way. That's how it started. And I teach for 10 years like that, like without a teacher training.
Back in Venezuela, yeah.
First in Venezuela for 3 years, I guess. Then I went to France and I teach there for 1 year, and in Barcelona also, like in little classes there. And then I went to Argentina, and I taught in Argentina for 5 years also. And then I came to Mexico in 2013. And it was when I came to Mexico that I left my corporate job in 2014. And just there I had the chance to do my first teacher training in 2014. I taught for 11 years without a teacher training because I didn't get access to that. And in Venezuela we didn't have a teacher training. It was so expensive to travel to New York. I used to travel since 2008 to practice with Dharma Mitra, but I didn't have the time to do the teacher training. And I just stayed for a couple of days. I practiced with him. I bought his DVDs and I used to practice at home with his DVDs every morning before going to.
For younger viewers who don't remember what DVDs are little discs that you used to put in a player and you could see the picture on your screen. So these days you don't use them. You have Netflix, YouTube, and other services. But yeah, DVDs were.
Yeah, back then you have to buy the DVD and take care of it because they got damaged easily.
yeah, and they took a lot of storage space, and some people still hold on to these.
I still have them. I do have where to play them. I don't see them anymore, but I hold on to my Dharma's DVDs.
Okay. So no practicing, no attachment.
No, with that.
Okay.
I have moved them from country to country.
Wow, okay. So they're valuable to you.
Well, it was my
sentimental value.
Yes, it has a sentimental value. Yes, I used to practice every day before going to work with Dharma, and I can say I practiced with him every day. But it was a DVD. It wasn't because I was in Venezuela, then in Argentina, and it was until 2014 that I did my first teacher training with him. Well, I did a teacher training in Venezuela in 2007 or 2008 with David Kyle in Rocket.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was my first teacher training in Rocket, but it was 50 hours.
But so
it wasn't at 200 hours.
Just David Kyle, or
just
back then Larry as well at that time.
Larry was back then, but he traveled alone. It was his first teacher training ever.
Okay.
In Venezuela. In 2014 I did my first teacher training with Dharma, and then I kept visiting him like twice a year because then I lived in Mexico. It was cheaper and easy to go to the States. So I became like closer to the Dharma Center while I was here in Mexico. And yes, I did until the 18 hours. 800 hours.
You did the full 800 hours?
Yes, I did the 200, the 500, and the 800 hours with Dharma.
So maybe you can talk how you found Dharma Yoga, why you decided to train with Dharma, like maybe a couple of words for people who don't know the specifics of what Dharma Yoga is. Maybe you can explain what it means to you or how you describe the style. Maybe someone who's completely new to yoga, what's the difference between like Dharma maybe and some other styles? Yeah.
Dharma Mitra is this guy that at 45, I think, in his 40s, he decided to take a picture of him, and he did a poster for his teacher as an offering, and he has 908 posture, and it was amazing, this poster. And it was at my yoga studio in Venezuela, back in Venezuela. And we used to, wow, this guy is amazing. And we look at this pose and we try to do the pose. And it was like, that's why a lot of Venezuelan teachers, we went to the Dharma Center because we had that poster. And it was like our inspiration to go there and to know him. And the first one I went first to visit them, but then Yoshi and Maria had moved to New York. They were the first one to do the teacher trainings. And then I went to New York. And he was like that, like this guy is such an inspiration. And then when you meet him, because you only see the poster and you only see the posture, but when you meet him personally, he's pure love. He's so humble, and I think he's one of the greatest teachers ever, because in time you can see he keeps being the same. He keeps his ethics are impeccable.
Yeah.
So that's hard to find right now, and that is why he's such a special teacher. Like I used to go there and I just watching him, I started crying because he's pure love, and that's it. He's love.
It's just the effect that he can have on you. Yeah, that's right. So
and he's still alive. He's 82, and if you don't know him, go to New York, and he's still teaching, and he's still doing handstands and falling over, and he's great. He's amazing. I wish I hope I be like him when I'm 80. that's my goal.
Yeah, so he's still an inspiration, obviously, because not
He's-
many people
yeah,
at
he's
that
an
age
inspiration, exactly.
you see doing these amazing physical things that
And
he's still able
he
to
does
do.
it as an
Yeah.
offering to God and to his he's not condescended with the students.
Not at
And-
all.
Huh?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not
And
at all.
I love that since the beginning. Like, this is yoga, this is the classic yoga. We're not going to do drills before that. Either you do the pose or you don't. And I love that about Dharma yoga. It's classic yoga posture, and one posture after the other of classic, intermediate, advanced. Like I was pregnant, and there was those amazing guys in the front that there are teachers here. So we can all fit in the same room. We can all feel that we're doing it together, and also you can go as far as your body can do it.
Yeah.
It's not like, no, we have to stay here all doing the same. No, the first level do this, and the advanced student go do your thing, but stay together.
Yeah.
It's so special. I think we only have that in Dharma yoga. Well, you come from also rocket background, or in rocket you. That's
Dharma.
That's exactly. This is not the class. Like, we're not now. Oh, you do it. No, like, you do this and you can do it. Maybe it's your mind that is not ready to do it, and we can't do anything about that. I have been in classes with Dharma Mitra where people go out, especially in the States, and how can you put me headstand the first class, or like they push them a little, or this is how the practice is. I think everyone can fit this, but you need a character, or you need the willpower to do the class. And if you want to think it's something else, or if you're bored, maybe this is not the class for you.
Yeah.
So you have to be engaged with yoga, but
Mexico City, Mexico. Just having a walk around Juarez. La Juarez, and we're heading to the historic center.
Yes.
We're heading to the historic center. We're going to check it out.
10 minutes.
And as always, you're welcome to join us. Hey guys, it's an amazing day here in Mexico City. Just exploring the center, the historic center. Yeah, share the vibe. Here you can see someone's aura being cleared with the sacred cabal. Beautiful ceremony. Where are we going?
The center. Malaquita Road.
Why are we going there?
For mezcal.
For mezcal.
Shots.
You don't understand what?
My name is Marius Nasser. I'm from Lebanon, but living here in Mexico 18 years ago.
So maybe you can talk about your yoga drills class, because it's quite unique for the studio.
Yes.
Where did you get the idea from, and what is the class about? How would you describe it?
The idea come when I saw all the yogis. They need more strength, yeah. And I started there. I saw everybody love to handstand and all the inversion we do in our practice. And I started doing something to help you to get a good inversion and good strength
To do all some of the more difficult poses.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your personal background in sports and movement and etc.? So what did you do?
I practiced ping pong when I was
Ping pong. Very unusual, guys. Very unusual.
yes, and a lot of basketball since I'm little, and then just calisthenic and sometimes gym. That's it.
Perfect. So your class includes a lot of calisthenics.
A lot, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a combination of calisthenics and yoga.
Yeah. What was your first yoga class? Who was the teacher?
Who was the teacher? Adriana Cabrera.
Adriana. Okay. Okay. She was your first teacher, and you
my first teacher.
When was that?
5 years ago.
5 years ago you started.
Yes, I started. Yeah, exactly. And I love how she teach the class, and lineage, Dharma Yoga, and I connect with this practice. Apenas rodillas van arriba.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about Dharma Yoga. We spoke about it with Adriana earlier today as well. Maybe you can tell what is Dharma Yoga to you.
Dharma Yoga to me is like deeply practice. No, this practice I connect a lot because we have all the paths. We know we need like pranayama, hatha yoga, postures, and meditation. We have deep relaxation. So this is a complete, complete practice, and I love what I feel when I practice Dharma Yoga.
And how did you decide to become a teacher? When did that happen?
Become a teacher, I don't like this name, teacher, because just I want to inspire, and just I want to share with the people, my students who likes the class, they come and we share a lot of happiness, of we love a lot, and that's it. It's just to feel comfortable with our practice and doing every day, and just that. More, it's not like teacher, but it's like how you say share the lifestyle with.
Share your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just sharing your lifestyle. Nice. That's beautiful.
Yes, just like that.
Okay. And maybe you can tell a little bit about your personal practice.
Yes, I practice my yoga practices every day because yoga is all the day.
Every day.
You do yoga all day. How you? Yes. How
On and
you,
off the mat.
Exactly. And but I practice 3 times or 4 times per week. Just me. And
You do asana?
yes, asana, pranayama, meditation, all my sadhana, is complete sadhana. And I teach every day, so like 3-4 classes per day.
That is a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I do sometimes my practice, sometimes I just teach. So just feeling, just see what day is good for practice and
just yoga, asana in your physical practice, or you also do calisthenics still? Or
I also do calisthenics. The community is growing more, and people are excited to feel good, So hopefully it will continue to expand and be able to have a yoga lawyers, yoga doctors, and also yoga president. Imagine that.
Before doing yoga, did you have another job? Before teaching yoga?
Yeah, start with modeling.
Modeling.
Yes.
You still model? Or?
No.
So now full-time yoga teacher.
Full-time yoga teacher.
Has it been difficult? How did you transition?
For the money, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Because modeling, you win a lot of money doing nothing.
Right.
Right. And yoga teacher it's more difficult because they pay with class, but it's not about the money,
Right.
It's about do what I love, and that's it. I don't want a lot of money, So with doing what I love and share this amazing practice, I'm happy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and then maybe you have any news, anything you want to share, anything you're working on, any new projects?
No, just come to Mexico, visit us, and share your practice here in Blanco Yoga, and visit Mexico. The Mexico beach is amazing, no?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay, if people want to find you, how do they find you?
On Instagram, Marius Nasser, and Just Instagram.
Just Instagram.
Just Instagram.
That's beautiful, bro. Thanks very much.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Cheers.
Yo te ayudo solo.
London.
London.
Always London.
Always London. Yeah.
So this is the boat of the mariachis.
Yes.
So the thing is that here you travel with like a lot of people normally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then go ahead.
Yeah. Hold on. I need to record all that.
Sí.
Yeah. Go on. Anna, carry on. This is the boat.
¡Digan salud! uno de ellos sí fue como, voy a hacer como que hago la foto.
It's the boat of the mariachis.
So you have the people, I mean the boat of the people, then you have the little boats with flowers or with like sweets or food or drinks or music.
Yeah.
This was like, I mean, this is where you want to go like when you're like team.
Okay. Okay.
And then you come with like a lot
All
of
the-
people,
all your
and it's like,
mates
yeah,
and-
oh my God. There was this one time. It's horrible. So when you have like a very big pack of people, they can just like join two boats, and it's pretty much like 40 people. So it's quite a party.
Yeah.
And there was this one time that we started sinking.
You started sinking.
Yes.
But it's not deep.
It is not deep, but it's fucking
muddy.
filthy.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
I remember one of my friends. You see that wall over there?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was sort of like climbing, and I'm like, no, I'm sinking. No, there were two of my friends that got like totally sick because they drank water. Horrible thing. Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's different.
Yeah. So in Mexico, it's best not to drink the water from the tap.
And this
is
water, like
probably a lot worse.
tap is even so much better than this.
Yeah. Okay. But you know, some people go really extreme. Some people don't even brush their teeth with the water from the tap. I have friends who, well, in Tulum.
That is really extreme.
Yeah, they were buying these big bowls of water and they were using that to brush their teeth.
That is just like so posh.
Yes, yeah.
And like no need to.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not like you're drinking the water that you brush your teeth with.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, some people do that.
Fair enough. At the end, it's like, I don't know, traditions. So good that you got here.
I know.
I'm
No,
so
thanks for
sorry.
inviting me.
You're gonna get the one with. So what? You said you wanted one of this
Yeah.
and one of this.
Perfect. Thank you.
Y tú, flaca, querías quesadilla, ¿no?
Sí, pero ya viste mi quesadilla.
No, es esta.
¿Y tú qué vas a
Yo
hacer?
pedí un taco.
Ah,
So good.
Yes. ¿Tú, flaco, pediste una quesadilla?
ya se la chingó.
Esto lo han probado, pero se ve muy tomatoso.
Mm.
Bueno,
¿Lo probaste?
no pica.
Está bueno. Salsa, güey.
Dice que salsa, pero como que lo veo tomatoso. No, eso no se hace así.
¿Sabe? Pica. Hot.
Spicy?
Yeah.
Hot. Good.
But it's
No,
really hot.
No, but I mean, like try it, like just
A little bit.
a drop.
Okay.
That's it. No, parecía que no, ¿eh? I know.
It's spicy.
No, it's really spicy.
It's good.
It doesn't look like it's that spicy.
Yeah.
Because the color is
It's
kind
the-
of
the
like
color is-
safe. It's
is very
like really,
deceiving.
really like tomato kind of thing.
It's very
Look.
pink color.
You like
Yeah.
the spicy food?
Yeah.
Everybody that lives in London loves Thailand.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do. What do you want to see? Where do you want to go?
Oh, really?
He has been a lot in Condesa.
Okay.
I know all about
You know,
Condesa.
He knows everything about Condesa.
So you haven't.
I'm the Estonian
So
king
you,
of Condesa.
yeah, so you haven't been in Mexico actually. You have been in like
Condesa.
foreign neighborhood.
I've been in Tulum and in Condesa. Yes.
Yeah. So like all the white people live there. You know, like in Mexico we're all brown.
Yeah.
So actually we don't live there.
No, there's in Condesa. It's not all white. No.
I know it's kind of cool and yeah, but it's not Mexican at all.
Yeah, but it's like a really hipster kind
Yeah.
of place. I mean,
That's you know,
compare-
I lived in London in Dalston. Do you know Dalston, Anna?
yeah, but I don't.
You don't know Dalston. Okay, so
Where-
Dalston is quite a hipster place. So maybe that's why.
So
like, I
you
came
feel
to Conde-
comfortable, right? In
Exactly. So
Condesa.
I came to Condesa. I felt like home. I'm like, this is so good.
One of my best friends.
You were
No,
living-
no. One of my best friends, like my best friend.
Yeah.
She lives in Crystal Palace,
Ah, okay.
and that east.
The south.
Oh, it's but southeast.
South London, yeah. Southeast London, yeah. You
Yes.
could say that, I guess.
And it's really like, you know, like suburb
Here
kind
comes
of
the
like
sun.
thing.
Do-do-do-do. Here comes the
Not that
sun.
trendy, you know, but it's like really
It's
okay,
alright.
like normal.
Yeah. And so, okay, so when did you decide to do a teacher training, and when you did your teacher training, were you still working somewhere else? Were you doing something else at the same time, or did you decide to just go full-time
Okay.
yoga teacher?
I studied interior design
Interior design, yeah,
in
okay.
Monterrey.
Very different.
Very different, yeah. And I went to Monterrey because I was going to study, because I studied interior design, and
Yeah.
I did finish my career. And while I was doing my career, it was really stressful. Interior design is sort of easy. That's
Yeah.
the type of careers that you say, oh, that doesn't take much effort, but it's really demanding time-wise.
Yeah.
You need to put a lot of hours in. So I was really stressed and I wouldn't sleep, and yoga was my like procrastination time.
Yeah.
I would go to yoga like twice a day, even 3 times a day. That's where my practice
Okay.
shoot it up, and I would
Yeah.
do Ashtanga, Mandala, and
Yeah.
Rocket like.
So that
in a
was at
day.
the time you were at uni?
At uni, exactly.
Okay,
And
okay.
then a teacher, my
escape,
Ashtanga teacher,
yeah.
told me, you're going to end up teaching. And I didn't believe her. I didn't want to be a teacher of any sort. And I did end up in the training with Mayra, but because I wanted to learn more yoga, not because I wanted to teach.
Yeah.
But I had already started sharing a bit of ballet here and there, and I knew I was good at it, but I didn't like the style of you having to come to a class and me having to give you something to do and you not wanting me to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
that was my experience in uni and in school. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But it's different when you get a student that wants to practice yoga. They're
Yeah.
usually really involved in yoga. They want to learn.
Yeah.
So I wanted to teach someone that wanted to really learn.
Yeah.
That's what I discovered.
Okay.
Luego camino atrás, chaturanga, pancha, inhala, abre el pecho, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Shak, exhala, lleva cadera atrás, Adho Mukha Svanasana, Sapta, inhala, pie derecho en frente, sube primero el dedo, levanta brazos y pulgares, Ashto, exhala, baja mano, pie derecho atrás, baja, Svanasana, Ekadasha, inhala, pie izquierdo al frente, sube pica atrás, eleva brazos, Duodasha, exhala, bajo manos, pie izquierdo atrás, baja, chaturanga, Trayodasha, inhala, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Chaturdasha, exhala, lleva la cadera atrás, Adho Mukha Svanasana, y sostén ahí.
I only taught like 4 classes a week.
Okay. It's very hard to
It was hard, yeah.
make money teaching
Yeah,
4 classes.
especially when you're starting,
Yeah.
because people know you're new.
Yeah, yeah.
So they don't pay you well.
Yeah, right.
You have to have a lot of money,
Right.
or you have to have parents that'll help you.
Yeah.
But afterwards, the word starts going around, and you start getting better, and people start looking for you more. But you have to be patient.
Yeah.
That's like the number one struggle of a beginner
Yeah.
yoga teacher.
Yeah.
and especially in the outer parts of Mexico, like not in Mexico City. Mexico City is is better paid or well paid,
Yeah.
at least compared to the other parts of Mexico.
Yeah.
And also there is not much problems in between yoga studios.
Yeah.
So the problem, like in Monterrey, is that they'd ask for exclusivity. How do you say that?
Yeah.
You'd have to be exclusive at that
With
yoga
the studio,
studio.
but would they give you enough hours? Yeah, that's
Exactly,
the thing.
and enough payment.
Yeah.
So I ended up in Mexico City, sort of because of that, and also because I came a
you
lot to
could be
Mexico City,
a bit
and I
more
wanted
free.
to train here.
Yeah.
The yoga here, you've seen it. It's gone
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
And
When was that? When did you move to Mexico City?
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
2016.
Okay.
I was 30 years old.
Okay.
And I've enjoyed it so much. But also, I started like a struggling yoga teacher. They would pay me less, obviously.
Yeah.
And I would have less classes.
Yeah.
But still, like, I think in a year, I had already like gone above what I had done in Monterrey.
Okay.
And I knew that I was gonna go fast, and that's what happens in the city. Like
Yeah.
everything moves so fast.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many people coming in. There's so many tourists, and there's so many people that want like a better life.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mexico City is like the place to do yoga.
The pure lineages. So when we started Blanco Yoga, we had Iyengar, we had Ashtanga, Rocket, and Dharma. Those were the 4 lineages in the studio. And after the years, like people didn't go much to Iyengar, and we had to close the Iyengar part. And like the most popular are now Dharma and Rocket is the most popular practice here, and I fight to keep Ashtanga because I think it's a great base practice for everyone, and for sure for the Rocket teachers, and that's what we teach. And recently, I never wanted to have Vinyasa, but recently we added Vinyasa because we got an amazing teacher of Vinyasa. And it was the guy that is a teacher without what the one that was teaching practicing here today.
Mm-hmm.
And because he teaches that, and I believe in him.
Y regresa.
That's Blanco Yoga. I met my husband here, and now have children, and yeah, like my closer family came from this bigger family that is Blanco Yoga. In the yoga, in general, the yoga community is getting a higher level of practicing. Like before, this class today was like, oh, that was a super class, like super hard, and today it's like, no, it's a multi-level class.
Yeah.
For everyone.
It became the norm.
It became the norm.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
I remember when I started Blanco Yoga, I used to teach Dharma's second series. That the series is really easy series right now.
Yeah.
But back then, people was or anybody can do pincha. And I was showing people to do pincha, and I sometimes I wish we could go back to that, or have groups of beginners, because now I have all my groups are advanced
You
students.
say pincha, everyone's
Everyone's
upside down.
cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to keep doing something like to challenge them, to challenge their mind, to challenge their body.
Yeah.
You have to keep doing, keep learning and keep trying new stuff.
Yeah.
And that hasn't stopped. I think that's the main change in the practice. We have a teacher training that is called Sadaka training. We run that teacher training in Blanco Yoga, but that teacher training is a partnership.
Okay. And so how many classes a week do you teach now? I know.
Now, in between 15 to 20, depending on the demand I have for private.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But your studio classes, how many
Studio
of those?
classes, like 13.
13. Okay. And then another
And
two
then
to seven.
to seven
Just
private.
private. Okay, that's cool. Cool.
Uno. Empújate hacia atrás. 2. Pies bien separados a lo ancho de la cadera. 3. Alarga los costados. 4. Cadera quiere ir hacia arriba, hacia el techo. 5. Pánchate ya. Inhala. Camina 2 saltos hasta adelante. Estira de frente. Sube, tira para atrás, eleva brazos. Tu ahora ya exhala, baja manos. Si vas a saltar, lateas con la derecha, caes con la izquierda, pero también puedes ir directo atrás, chaturanga. Inhala, por arriba. Exhala, cadera atrás, pero abajo.
People, if you want to understand rocket, you need to practice Ashtanga.
Yeah.
And also rocket, it could be a preparation for Ashtanga. I've seen it on my students, like they'll come and suddenly they ask me, should I practice Ashtanga? And the answer will always be, yes, hell yes.
Yeah. So
An individual that practices Ashtanga or that practices Dharma, a lot of styles that'll come to rocket, they'll just get they'll get the hang of it quickly. It's a style more designed for those that want to have fun in their practice.
that's right.
And that's why it's a sort of rebellion, but you could be as serious or as playful as you want.
Right.
Si estás arriba, abre las piernas despacio, baja dedos, luego talones como si no quisieras bajar. Si estás arriba, abre las piernas despacio, baja dedos, luego talones como si no quisieras bajar. Inhala, despacio, sube, brazos hacia arriba, miras a tus manos. Exhala, abre los Inhala, regresa las manos al piso y camina hacia la pierna derecha. Ahora la izquierda, desliza el pie derecho hacia adelante, bota la pierna detrás.
Between.
Share that. Or, yeah.
I'm really bad in doing advertising of myself or the studio, but I just will invite you to keep coming to Blanco Yoga. This is, as Dimitri said, a welcoming community. We have a restaurant outside that we can, after class, go have a green juice or do some meeting each other, do some. It's a nice place to be. We still have room for a lot of people. Like as I said, we just moved, but we still have plenty of space, and we just have to keep putting all our heart and our effort in keeping this studio running and having more teachers and more hours. I don't have anything new to say more than keep doing yoga. Also, if you're not here in Mexico, you can in blancoyoga.com. You can join the online classes. It's as if you were here. And yes, you're welcome any place, anywhere you are in the world. We have people from Australia, New Zealand, and in that online. So please join.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So guys, if you were encouraged, if you were inspired by what you've seen, if you want to try out, you don't even have to be in Mexico. You can go and take a class online with Blanco Yoga. The address is here. And then to find Adriana on social media, you can find her here. And thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Muñeca, antebrazo, codo. Relaja ahora toda tu espalda, la pelvis.
pero cae pesado. Frente, cejas, mejillas, labios.
So nowadays there's so many types of movement and of yoga that you can use like the yoga you want for what you're looking for.
Exactly.
So if you want to be more, if you want more flexible, if you want to be more flexible, if you want to be more open, go ahead and do the Dharma. There's styles that can help you, and Dharma is incredible for that. The restorative is also incredible for opening the chest. If you're looking for strength, if you're looking for stability, Ashtanga is great for your hormonal system. It's great for you to get in tune with the circadian system, with the moon, for more like a rhythm in your life, and for routine. If you're looking to have fun, I feel like rocket is the thing.
Right.
But still, Dharma is more meditative. It's more of pranayama and more of looking for your own intuition, to open up your intuition. There's always, like in the middle, some headstand because you need to do the king of the poses, and then you do your the shoulder stands. Afterwards, you do what I'd say you flip the tortilla. You do back bend, forward fold, back bend, forward fold, back bend, forward fold, twists, shavasana.
Okay.
So much. It's gone crazy. Like as the young ones, we have a lot of people in classes nowadays, and it's intense. It's incredible. Like the old school ones do have their crowd as well, but we're starting to see a lot of young practitioners, a lot of young teachers. That are developing really great strategies to teach, and I feel like there's not much hierarchy in the yoga realm nowadays in Mexico, and I see it with my peers. Like we feel like we're the same. That no one's better than the other. Maybe one is better at some stuff than the other. And I can feed myself. For example, I like going to drills with Magnus because he's incredible at drills, and he's incredible at restoring your body, even if you think that drills would destroy your body. So whenever I have an injury on my shoulder, I'll go to Marius's class. Or I like, if I want to work on my strength, I'll go to Marius's class. If I want to work with Adriana on opening and Dharma, I'll go to Adriana's class. But I don't feel like that Adriana's better than me or that she's worse than me. She's an equal. And I've seen that develop around studios. And
you feel like in the past it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. There was a lot of competition.
Bit more like
it was like, if you're gonna practice with me, you only practice with me. If you're gonna teach here, you're only gonna teach here.
Right.
And that has dissolved.
Inhala, mira arriba. Y exhala, toda la barra.
Larry was the creator of Rocket, and he taught the Grateful Dead in a tour. So when you're with a band in a tour, you have to cater to them. So if they wanted to practice at 2 a.m., they were going to practice at 2 a.m. If they wanted to do Ashtanga, they'd do Ashtanga. If they wanted Larry to modify, they'd modify. So Larry catered rocket
yeah.
for the Grateful Dead.
That's
So
right.
in the essence of that, you need to cater to your students.
That's right. That's right. No, that's a good lesson. Look, finally, if you want to share any projects, anything you're working on here, feel free to let us know. And also, if the viewers want to practice with you, how do they find you? How do they learn about your schedule? So yeah, let us know.
So I'm in the Blanco Yoga platform. If you follow at Blanco Yoga, you'll find my schedule there, and there's live transmissions of almost all my classes. That's the way you can practice with me daily if you want to. There's probably a month's worth of classes with me right now in that platform. Also, I teach retreats, I teach the teacher trainings. I have a training this September going on in Bacalar here in Mexico. If you want to visit Mexico, it's a great excuse to practice some yoga too.
Is it going to be in Spanish, the teacher training, or is it
Yeah,
going to
but
be
I
bilingual?
I'm bilingual, so
Okay.
I usually cater it depending. If someone needs cues in English, I'll cue in English.
And what level teacher training is it? Is it 200 hours?
Level 1.
Level
It's
1.
a 5-day training, 50-hour level 1 rocket.
Rocket.
Exactly.
Oh, there you go.
And I also host retreats. I'm probably having a retreat this next June. There's another one going on in November in Bacalar. But follow me on Instagram at Mariana CS Yoga. He'll probably add it on the
appear here.
channel.
Yeah.
It'll be in the channel. So there's my contact, and if you need any detail, any special information, you can DM and an inbox. I'll probably answer
Perfect.
and give you more information.
So yeah, if you're in Mexico City, you can always find Mariana, practice here. But yeah, otherwise there are other options and opportunities like retreats and teacher trainings. Thanks very much. That's great.
Thank you. It was great meeting you.
Thank you. Where are we going right now? Where does your family live?
Estado de México.
Estado de Mexico. Mexico State.
Dame la comida, abuela, chicharrones, papitas fritas.